Yeah, still going to be a little confused by that.
Ignore the fool. We are representatives from the Duke of Normandy, and we wish to speak to the King of Cornwall about your resistance against Hasta. I begin to regret my travelling companions.
I also regret my traveling companions. You're cool, the other ones.
I'm pretty
Thank
sure
you, I think. Oh, God.
So you're from this new Duke we heard of.
Yes.
Yes, King
Yes,
King Harold will be happy to see you.
Harold?
Harold, yes.
Ah, yes. Oh dear.
Well, where do you think he'd be?
Dead, most likely.
Why would he be dead?
Fucking Hasta! I would have assumed the House of Godwin was on the chopping block, you know.
Oh,
Hasta just kind of took over the island of Big Man and didn't do
Okay,
much.
but are there any Starks around? That's the real question.
Not here. The Starks apparently all hang around up
Died
in...
off.
No, they hang around up in Decalion.
Oh, they do?
Ah. Well, that actually makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So yeah.
Where does your king reside then?
Tintagel.
Okay, so I'm just looking them up again here.
Tintagel's like pretty much opposite end of Cornwall.
Oh,
yeah.
It's on the other end of Cornwall. Right, okay. Would you object if we resupplied before we move on? We've been on a boat for quite some time.
No. Yeah, if you have good gold. They've got like people, clerics standing there who are scanning you looking for forms of evil.
What's of evil?
Forms of evil.
Basically just making sure you're not working for the enemy.
Which is
Of course!
Well,
I'm
yeah.
most definitely not working for the enemy.
Apparently they're rubbish at their job.
Quick question: who is the enemy in your terminology? Besides the person that leads the big giants.
Okay, so the only one is Odysseus, basically.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
I'm rolling clerics.
Motive.
Enemy clerics doing detect evil on you.
Oh, I have 2 characters.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
I try to keep them out just to...
Yep, so still Odysseus is the only one they've got.
Yeah, and I'm a loyal servant to Dagon, so I just hold up my Book of Dagon.
Yes, but they consider that evil is the thing.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. It's they're going to
kind of a grey area.
It's a grey area.
Now,
they're going to tell you not to push too much.
Yeah. And I'm not evil. I just need to be more corrupt.
I'm not evil. I just have a fetish.
I like change, if you will.
Oh great, you're being Zeech.
Lightning, for the love of all the gods. Shut up.
So wait, who do these guys worship then?
They're basically just standard Christians. Yeah. They're still actually holding on to the old gods.
What did the old gods do for us?
Yeah.
Not a question you should really be asking, if you're perfectly honest.
I mean, they didn't do anything for me. But Dagon has done quite a bit.
Okay, let's just go easy on the forced fucking transformation. Conversion while we're here. We're trying to get this guy on side, not piss him off.
Let's just go talk to the king so we can go back to the wilderness where we belong.
Exactly.
Belongs.
Thank you.
You're clearly not fit for normal company.
Holy shit, I'm agreeing with Discard. This is what you people are driving me to.
Cameron, not Discard.
Oh god, even
Same
worse.
Yeah, I'm going to promise that everyone's going to behave themselves, and I'm going to give everybody a narrow-eyed look.
I'm perfectly going to behave myself in public. Only when we're in private, it's not going to be weird.
Okay, so it's going to take you about 3 days to cross this
Yay.
because they have actual roads here. As you pass, it seems to be the most normal kingdom you've come across.
Looks just like Normandy.
Yeah, it's kind of like, everywhere else you've seen in this land has been pretty much on the verge of collapse. But here, it just,
Looks like home.
normal people getting on with day-to-day business.
The only really weird thing is that when you look to the east, when you look to the east, you still see the outline of the Cornwall that far away.
It's not that tall.
You sure?
Yeah. No, yeah, you're talking like past the Earth's curvature here.
Well, yeah, it's big old corn, man.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but you're not talking like miles high. You're talking like meters high.
Okay. So redwood high, not
Yeah. Too high to properly climb. But you're also not worried about, it's not going to like high city style.
I got you. I don't know. I just like that as an image. All right, so we're going towards the place of the corns and the walls.
Yep.
Hopefully not going to do anything weird, and we're going to behave ourselves along the way. So we're going to which place in here?
Tintagel.
So you'll arrive here. So Tintagel, if you remember, was a rather important site of battle in the
histories.
the histories. This is basically where Merlin kicked off the whole thing.
That's right.
My great grandfather was once a footman here. Remember correctly? Something like that.
Something like that.
This is where Merlin kicked off the this is where Merlin got killed or kicked off the what?
It's where it started the
Here's a question: would we be pro Merlin or anti Merlin?
I wouldn't give a shit. Merlin's a story.
Yeah,
Merlin is dead.
He's just I mean, come on. I'm sure there are wizards now, but the way they say he practices his magic was way too simple and clean.
Which makes it more likely we just
think
fiction, because we'd be more familiar with the Doom and Lightning school of magic here.
Wait, I'm trying to think which Stark died there.
I don't know. You lost a few Starks.
Honestly, I can remember. They say Merlin's was born of a demon or something. Yeah.
Anyway. So I'm just thinking if there's any kind of like images of what it would have looked like.
Yeah.
I remember you showed us once that Tintagel is like this castle up on this cliff. And it's really hard to access. You have to go up this steep hillside.
Yeah, because I've actually been to it. So it is an absolute nightmare to get to. That's probably about the closest I'm going to get. Alright. Yeah, that'll do us. So, it's pretty large. Let's see how that goes for you. Probably a bit more stone than this now, but
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually looks semi-normal. Semi.
Yeah. So you've basically got a outcropping with a very thin land bridge to it, which basically means that any attempt to cross it is going to end up going pretty badly.
Okay, so I don't get this. So if you can go across the bridge, but if you bought up the bridge, it looks easily siegeable. Unless
It's
like
got
most
like
time.
areas whose ships could land, so unless you had ships as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
But when you're sieging these places, they tend to have massive amounts of food.
Oh.
So they designed to hold out for a good long while. Sieges, cutting places off from food was the easiest part of a siege. So yeah, you'll be led in. They'll ask you to disarm.
Okay.
Those of you can be disarmed.
Sure. Here's my warhammer, and here's my. Well, I can't really leave my wit here, can I?
That's not a weapon. Far too blunt.
No, if wielded properly.
I'll give them my pile of weapons.
Yeah, I'll stare at lightning and wondering. Oh wait, along with the, you want to offer the king the?
No, they
golden
can't
fork?
have my golden pitch. They can't have my golden pitchfork. Somebody else can have my golden pitchfork, but not them.
Oh.
And they can't have my duck.
They don't want to take your duck. No one wants your duck.
No, this is a non-summoned duck. This is my duck from the beginning that I never lost.
Yeah, they definitely don't want that.
And they can't have my pony either.
They just
Your
look like
sense of
they look like they look at each other as this woman is like mine.
However,
duck lady.
I will absolutely give them the hammer, 3 clubs, a cleaver, and my longsword.
How are you carrying all that again?
I have a pony.
It's a pony.
No.
A pony and large sacks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
no,
I have
got
10
it.
feet of chain.
Cameron will
Ooh,
try.
do I need to hand over the chain?
Yes.
Oh, well, yes, actually. That probably is for the best knowing you.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, so you basically just do the kind of like massive pile of junk bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you'll be led into the keep, where Harold of Normandy will be waiting. He'll be doing day-to-day.
Business.
Well, not Harold of Cornwall, sorry. He's day-to-day business, just knocking around, dispensing justice.
He has guards, right?
Oh yes, plenty of
Well,
guards.
yeah.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Considering how long he's been at war with what's his name now, frankly, I'd be surprised if he didn't have an entire army sitting in his castle.
Yeah. They have most of the armies at the wall.
Well, true, yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's where most of the fighting is going on. But they talk.
Oh my god, the Game of Thrones continues. I just realized it.
Hmm?
What?
That's a mighty stash this man has.
They have a wall protecting from weird invaders
that have giants.
That is armed. Yeah. Cornwall is the north.
No, Cornwall's the wall.
Oh, yes. But still.
Yeah.
My god, this man's mustache.
Yeah, he's got a very fine mustache. So, you come to visit? You come to lay yourself before the rightful King of England?
I will turn to Amadeus.
About that, we represent the new Duke of Dover, William of Normandy, and he seeks to return normalcy and human rule to this Isles. And we heard tales of the mighty Cornwall and how they have long resisted the dark forces of this land.
He seeks to bring normality. He must bow for it. If he has troops, then I am willing to accept his vassalage. If I am the rightful king of this country, as all shall know.
That's good. That's good. Vassalage could be negotiated later. If you could provide a son or a suitable negotiator, we can return to William, and the two of you can work that out.
Excellent. Yeah, once he's my vassal, then we can begin a two-pronged assault. For I am the rightful king.
Oh, that's
Mentions
great.
that a lot, doesn't he?
Forgive my less majesty, but I've heard tales that the King of England wields a sword. Do you have possession of that sword?
And you kind of see one of the guards behind him just put his kind of almost put his head in his hands for a second. So, of course, I have. He kind of stands, draws a sword, Excalibur, and kind of like the entire room is just bathed in this golden light.
I immediately fall and prostrate myself.
Yep.
Camera look confused.
There may or may not be angelic choirs kind of connected with this.
Camera's gonna look to the guard who made the oh god face, and see if he can do would be an intelligence check to read to sense motive or read a face.
Yeah, go for it.
God damn it! I can't do a dang thing.
No, apparently not.
I'm gonna make note of that, man, though, to talk to you later.
Mm-hmm. He's like, good. You obviously know the true Excalibur when you see it. Tell your lords that
Do we?
No, because one of these is bowed. So.
Yeah, I prostrated myself because I am not interfering in that.
Yeah, exactly.
It is an honest to God magic sword. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm not contesting that.
Yep. So.
You will grant us one boon, my lord. Some of us, I gestured to the mage, endured great hardship to be here. Will you grant us some time to rest before we return?
Sure. You may have as much time as you want, but do not dally. The giants press again at the wall. It is held for centuries, but every time they find new ways of attacking it. Dark magics.
How did you get them to grow that high, by the way?
Oh, it was ancient magics, well before our time. The mages now not even sure they can maintain, but they could never recreate it.
Is it at risk of falling apart in the next, say, few weeks? Because the Duke will have to travel the breadth and length of the country to get to you.
No, we've got time. Unless they have some unknown magical force.
Do they speak of some sort of creator, or is there a name that's applied to the wall?
No, it was a group of mages. That's all we know.
Does this mage group have a name?
No, they were druids.
They were druids, you say?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
He
will kind of continue to rattle on about how he's the rightful king and has Excalibur and all that, and how the giants keep kind of attacking but have never been able to breach the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to do that George Costanza thing where I'm just kind of nodding and bowing and just indicating everyone to back out of the room.
Can I do a sense motive on the king himself?
Yeah.
Can someone else do a sense motive on the king himself?
I'm not questioning the king in front of the king.
I'm not questioning the king. I'm just the king, looking at the king, because the king's feeling a little hinky to me, and I can't figure out why.
It's the mustache. You just feel overawed by being in the same room as that mustache.
It just, I think I know where the shininess comes from. It's reflected from the mustache.
Oh, the mustache glows it's even blonder with the sword out. Anyway. So, yeah, your audience will end and you'll be able to leave and they'll find a nice little set of rooms for you. Or a room with, fresh hay.
Considering the boat, the bloody swamps, that's acceptable, frankly.
Yeah, after they have almost clean water.
I'll go and dunk myself to cleanse the pores, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll use whatever soap they use from Pat and Lye.
Yeah, so when I'm reasonably sure no one's listening, I'm going to tell people, okay, we have two options. We could try to steal the sword and get killed, or we can go back and tell William that this guy has the sword and then let him kill us.
I think I would rather lean towards the Duke option, frankly.
I honestly don't. I mean, I mean, why does he have to declare he has a sword over and over and over again? There was this guard in there who made this like he put his head in his hands, like it was a long-suffering gesture. Like, I think we should talk to the the more loose-lipped people, and maybe they can give us a better realm of the story.
Yep, that would be an idea.
So I'm going to go and since we have semi-free reign, I'm going to go and to the barracks and I'm going to see if I can summon some booze to get to talk to some guards. Please, God, listen to me for once. I need to talk to some people and I need some alcohol. Do me a solid. This is for your glory as much as anyone else's. TTYD dubs. Cameron.
No.
20.
Oh.
Yeah. You find.
So let's go look what Food of the Gods does. Food of the Gods. So 20 to 23 creates enough food and water from thin air, created enough to feed 15 CL people. So I just basically walk over to one of their kegs and just keep pouring and pouring out booze. I'm like, hey guys, want to have a rouser?
You proceed to get the entire guard section drunk.
And now let's see if we can actually talk to them. Somebody roll some schmooze.
Okay, fine.
Why are you whining? Why are you whining, Sagine?
I don't know. Call it a sort of reaction in the making. I'm not actually going to do it because I'm not a social character by any stretch. So, but yeah.
Just anyone with a personality score of better than +1. I have a 0.
Both my characters are personality 10, so it's best not be me.
Amadeus, do you have anything?
My personality is 9, but I can try if you want.
I mean, we'll have some people to try. I mean, so long as I'm pouring the booze, I'm sure that they'll not turn instantaneously hostile. I will be on the offing grade to have a stout mug to put in the hand of anybody who's currently gets pissed off.
I can make a personality check at 9.
Yeah. So the king and his sword. That sword seems very impressive, and he seems very impressed by it.
Oh yeah, it's a massively impressive sword. But yeah, no one's really sure if it's actually Excalibur.
Swords.
Yes, they're a thing.
Yep, you know the existence of swords.
Martine, bail us out, bro.
Martine has -1 to her personality check, so I don't think she's going to help you much.
Roll.
Actually, to be fair, Sabine has
It's
personality 10.
above
Let's
a
give that a
10.
shot. There we go.
So he
Okay,
gets
I'll-
chatting with the guard from the thing, and yeah, apparently the sword has been around for centuries, but it's always been a scene. You know, they've always had to keep proclaiming that it's Excalibur. They've never been used in combat. It's always kept with the king, who's, sleeps in the same room as him. It's seen as his right of office, but there's always something about it that seems off.
Right.
That if it's the magical Excalibur that allows the king to unite the kingdom, why does it pretty much never leave Tintagel? Why is it not used? Why has it not been used centuries ago to unite the kingdom, as the prophecy says?
So it's never left this castle. You're saying?
Well, not as far as anyone can remember.
And at this moment, I'm going to point out: did anybody notice that the glow was suspiciously yellow?
It was quite a white light.